We are back. Alright, let's begin. Come on. Come on. I'm sorry, this is a bit late. The trout in the tower, the wolves on the fish, and they all oh yeah, no. Pause. No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no, okay, they are on. How was your class? Fine.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
I spent the last like 20 minutes writing a poem that I didn't even need to write yet, but I got it done.
Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brain. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Shh. Let him finish.
Oh, he'll talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer?
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
Not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine.
Go on.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it.
How was your day been? My day's been great.
Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester
it's been boring.
for centuries.
But I am going to change it up. I am doing this in the morning.
His honor is beyond reproach.
I am doing Telltale
House
in the
Tully
morning.
is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
I can't do this at night.
The night we celebrate.
I'm doing this in the morning. Because now it's going to be like
Robb
6.
Stark, the king in the north!
The king
Which is not exactly
we march
what I
on
want
Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to
No,
lead the Young Wolf's army.
so-
Ride as the vanguard!
I like Game of Thrones.
Onward to Casterly Rock!
I actually debated if I wanted to stream right now.
Iron from us!
Oh, I missed it!
Garrett,
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick.
As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become.
On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you.
With me, my lord.
It's been on my mind for a while now.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it.
It's so beautiful.
There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord.
No.
I promise.
So
I won't let you down.
I
That I don't
have been a
doubt.
fan of Telltale
For
for a
now,
long time.
keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't
And
want the
then-
other squires to
I
feel
think this
it's-
came out in
Yes,
2011,
my
man.
Now go
No.
and find Roderick if you can.
So
I
I
will, my
had
lord.
played this
Thank you.
before my eldest sister, who also liked Game of Thrones.
Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand?
And
Come
so,
Can I get up to you?
is this like the TV show?
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than
Yes.
you, so I outrank you. You should help me.
This takes place right now. I think in season 3. Maz, if you have seen the show, you know what's about to happen. I'm not going to spoil it. A major event is going to happen. And so it goes from about, I think it's season 3. It might even be earlier than that. But a very, very important scene is going to happen that starts off this game, and I think it goes until the beginning of season 5, I think. So yes, the main characters right now, like the Forrester family, is something not in the game, but Daenerys, Starks, Cersei, Joffrey, Tyrion, they all are in this game. No. So, I had played this, at least episode 1 first.
Scrub my armor, clean my boots.
And my
Smell like
sister,
turned up with Norrin while you
again,
served the
liked
women.
Game of Thrones,
Let
and
him
she's
fetch
read the
his own
books.
wine for once.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much
And
worse.
she was
fuck do you know
so
about it?
pissed at
Nothing
me
is worse
that
than
I
Norrin.
didn't tell her what happened
See,
here.
that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up
I was in
covered
middle school,
big
yeah.
shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the
I
greatest
actually
honor in
really
the
like
Seven
this
Kingdoms.
story, and
I suppose it's pig farming.
who doesn't love bacon? Who doesn't love bacon?
Pig farmers.
I actually
I'm
really like
saying
this
is,
story, and I like the
at this rate,
characters,
we'll
and I
never be more than this,
I
which is
wish
The lowest of the
sequel
low. For
would have been
all I
made.
know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
That's right over there. Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase.
And now my sister,
night for
at
a
this
wedding.
point, my sister had realized what was about to go
Often
down.
finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett.
What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
As you can hear the Rains of Castamere.
Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush?
They've got weapons.
Who brings fucking weapons to a
We
wedding?
need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
Winter is coming.
Fuck! We need to get back to camp.
Wait, now I gotta focus. Blood orgy!
Jared, we have to get back.
Go, Roderick!
The king. Ready, boys! Whoa!
Shoot that one!
Shoot that one! Look out!
Nope. Oh, I missed the wrong button. Hey, Maggie! They're horses! Well, he's not a knight. He's not really. Oh my god, a horse.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
The phrase. They slaughtered him.
That's
my lord.
actually not what happened at all. But we'll just go with that. Grab a gun. Yes, grab a gun.
Find a weapon, quickly! You fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Seven hells.
You're wounded, my lord.
Have suffered
Really?
worse.
Really? You're wounded. Wow.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to... be damned if I let it fall into the hearts of those traitors. You have to go.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle.
They don't stare.
Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters!
Go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters! With love, the fray.
Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. So yes, what had just happened was the Red Wedding when Walder Frey and his fellow soldiers killed Robb Stark, his wife, Robb's mother, whose name I'm completely forgetting about, Arya's direwolf, been made. Said you're streaming Siege later? Yes, probably. Iron from ice. Oh look, it's a pig! Hi, piggy. Should we make some bacon out of you?
Lord. Fresh.
Here, piggy, piggy, I promise you I won't turn you into pork chops or bacon. I love how we have seen a pig walking, blood, a slaughtered pig, smoke, and yet we are still walking.
That's Father's car.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least still have his bacon. Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword? Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it. Out here by himself. Probably a deserter.
None of your
Yep, that's fine.
fucking
That's good.
business.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs. That sword's too big for you, boy. You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Come get it, you bastard.
Let's go. What's wrong?
Alright. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Give me the old.
Mercy. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you.
We have no quarrel with you.
Thank you.
He ain't talking no more.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this.
Baby!
That much I promise.
Baby!
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Well, obviously not very well.
I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
And now we move to... Oh, never mind. I thought we were going to go to King's Landing. I'm going to do my best not to look up stuff, because I want this to be like a fresh playthrough.
It's Garrett. Get the Castellan. Tell him his nephew survived.
Garrett!
I was too late. You were already dead.
Bring the Maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
I'm just going to say, at least she was 8. If she was a bit older, we'd have a problem.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able
Oh,
to save the leg.
yes! I saw
Your
something
justice
about
was
that.
swift. Some will call it vengeance.
No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
They attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Of course. And we can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us.
Yeah, no, that would be bad.
These maggots ought to help prevent infection.
Oh, maggots.
Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh!
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never fall.
Never fall. Iron
By
for
the
my
gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead.
No,
Right.
it's
This
this,
might hurt a bit.
and then episode 1 of
Hold this
season
for me,
2
will you?
Walking Dead.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
Roderick had already fallen. There was nothing we could do.
Well, I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg. Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Asher!
Asher.
My favorite blonde boy.
Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
My favorite blonde boy.
Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated
I
me
just
like I was a
remember-
Forrester myself.
When I first played this, and I got Marjorie mad at me, Cersei mad at me, and Daenerys mad at me.
Ryan.
The three
Never
most
easy being
powerful
the
women
fourth-born
all
son.
mad at me. I did not have a very good ending.
Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengrin. Look, I'll show you. This might help.
Yeah, no, we are not touching the bowl of maggots.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able... Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual.
There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as
I'm
anyone
healed
can
now.
remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
The Whitehills want Forrester Ironwood.
They'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your... circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It doesn't.
Might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Bye, Talia. Right? That's her name.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost.
I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He loved his family, my lady. He was very proud of Roderick.
Yet he was unable to save him.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my
And
lady.
then a horse
Of course
landed
he
on
did.
him.
He was House Forrester's best.
And then he got squished by a horse.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember.
No, I
if
just
only
don't
asked.
remember her.
Was there
She's not
anything
very
he said?
prominent, I don't think.
Any
Actually, I do
last
feel bad
words
for her.
before he passed? If you can remember.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land.
He got turned
They were
into a
our
pancake
people.
by
Your
a chunky
family.
horse.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much, I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
It's not now. When?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that
That's
got
actually
him.
true.
So, what's to be done?
We can cry.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
It wasn't murder. It was justice.
Not in their eyes.
We can hide
It's
and
just
eat
the
rats.
excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's done nothing wrong!
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Thank you, Duncan, for remembering my bravery.
That settles it then.
But I don't
You
want
can
to
have
eat
my
rats.
horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Duncan disappeared.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
You're the only family I have left.
In my heart, I know I'll see you again.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
What does that mean, Duncan?
Sorry, you caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you?
Nope.
This is important, Garrett.
A soul.
I need to know the truth.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret.
You know, one of these days, I'm gonna actually...
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the
I
future
want to
of this
tell
house.
the maester and tell...
But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall.
Whatever...
Become a ranger if you
the
can.
wife.
It will help.
That the North Grove exists. Or the North Grove must never be lost. I want to see what happens.
Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Goodbye!
Garrett, wait! Be safe.
Okay. Off to the 6th dungeon, you heathen. now King's Landing? Oh no, never mind.
Ethan? Ethan! I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm not even hiding that out.
It's okay.
I'm right here.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
A stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher.
Asher! My favorite blonde boy.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
The King's Landing's the safest place to be.
To die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but
No,
I'm
no,
not.
blonde.
Who said they're worried about
I
me?
love Asher.
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here?
'Cause he's awesome.
You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Where was
that. Oh, I was
You
gonna
weren't
say.
born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
Oh.
I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Haven't seen
Everyone
episode
will have
8
to
or
do as you
season 8.
say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
I
Only
know
it was
what
that simple.
happens.
It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
I am pissed
Really?
at the
course.
arc
Why not?
of... Oh my god, what's his name?
Lord Ethan,
Jamie.
you're needed in the Great Hall at once.
The
Quickly,
character
on
arc
your
for
feet.
Jamie could have been so awesome, but they ruined it at the end. I actually don't mind Daenerys' arc. You know how she goes all crazy? I actually don't mind that. Because
What's
that
the
can
matter?
sort of be
Lord
justified.
Whitetail has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash.
I can
handle this.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the
Oh my
backing of
goodness.
House Bolton.
Stop
All the
hurting
more reason
yourself.
to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in
Let's
over
go,
your
Ethan.
head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Maybe if
Not
you
likely.
RSVP.
You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan.
We all serve House Bolton now.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan?
I already dealt with
He acted
it.
in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know
One.
he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
Let's go,
Better like a
Lady
wounded
Forrester.
boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By right,
Really?
his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Oh, snap.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice.
I didn't lie.
Then we'll see whose word
Where
is
did I
law.
lie?
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Well, I think that went well. No one died.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee.
When did you lie? I don't know when I lied.
We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Ah, see, I can't remember how it goes in King's Landing. I can't remember how it goes.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
I can't remember how I can't remember this one.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Well, about that.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today. Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city.
Same.
I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena. Ethan made this for me. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Yep, a lot of people get sent to the sex dungeon.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
I honestly cannot remember what to do for Mira.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Oh, we'll just say I'm worried.
Worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie?
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
I actually love
I saw
Marjorie.
Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the
She
royal
terrifies
steps,
me
talking to Queen
as
Cersei.
well, but I love Marjorie. I hate how she dies. Well, I mean, I don't hate
They
how
appeared
she
to be having
dies.
some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
You were eavesdropping?
No, not at all. I was just passing by and I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble.
I hate
Most people don't tend to
Cersei.
notice
How
a
can you
cold
hate
boy.
Cersei?
Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies.
You'd love to hate her.
You
Lena
see and
Headley
hear all
played her
sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
perfectly.
Good night, milady.
I mean, yeah, she does some terrible things, but like... Marjorie!
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen.
Did I miss my chance?
To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
What? Me? Yeah.
She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
Okay.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
She's so terrifying.
You'll
Who?
be fine.
Cersei or
I know
Marjorie?
you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
I really hope I have another opportunity
Good luck.
to ask Marjorie for the assistance. I hope I didn't blow it. Alright. Yeah, Marjorie and Cersei both terrify me.
You can do
Cersei does this like outright, but Marjorie is more like the implied. Like she's so nice that it's terrifying.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Okay, alright. Neil!
Your Grace.
The girl
The
knows
Queen
her courtesies.
is
Impressive.
pleased.
You may rise.
Oh no, Cersei
House
is incredibly
Forrester
smart.
is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I
mean,
beg your
they're-
pardon, Your Grace.
I
they're
wasn't
both-
talking to you.
very
Out
smart.
here from the
It's
girl.
just Cersei's
Is
more
your family
angry,
loyal
prone
to
to
the king?
anger.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's
To the
not
one
here,
true
is he?
king.
She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you.
Ugh.
If you have any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
Uh-oh.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
Uh-oh. Now comes the
What would
question.
you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she
I'm sure
regrets
she
it.
regrets it.
Perhaps.
Marjorie will remember that.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let
would...
the girl answer the question. Go on.
I'm sorry, Marjorie.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
I'm sorry, Marjorie.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm sorry, Marjorie.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Uh-oh.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man.
Yeah, he was.
You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you.
I mean, that's what
But
she
I'm
did.
sure she has your best interests at heart. My
Tyrion
sister
is
and
awesome.
I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
Oh,
In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion. But it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. I don't think I entirely pleased Cersei, and I don't think I pleased Marjorie. So, this should be fun.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. That's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that
Not
would be like.
Joffrey.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd be the queen?
Nope. No.
He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him.
Are you
Imagine
kidding
the power
me?
you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms.
Oh no!
I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and... What are you doing?
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful.
Joffrey is stupid.
The Queen was pleased by your display.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Think she's a cat?
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly.
Come on.
Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Come on. Speaking
I
of
do
which,
appreciate your willingness to appease her, as
speaking
difficult
of which,
as it may have
ma'am.
been.
Thank you, my lady. There's
there we go.
been something on my mind. Something important.
We'll ask for help.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
It's about my family.
I trust her. Go on. Ask.
I'm so sorry, Marjorie. Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
You're adored, but... I don't... We'll say you're adored. I don't want to tell you, don't be a fake.
You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother.
That is true.
Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you, Marjorie.
I will send a raven to my family at once.
You the best. You're the best. Hooray. My dang horse.
7 hells.
Send them cupcakes and biscuits.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat? Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Ramsay, I think everyone.
How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Joffrey and Ramsay are terrible people with no positive traits whatsoever. Jamie, you can grow to like him because of his character arc. But Ramsay? Nothing. I'll be aware we're going to see a flayed body.
Bloody hell.
Can both die horrific deaths. And they do!
Lord Ethan! As I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house.
Joffrey gets poisoned, and not the good poison. He suffers, and then Ramsay gets killed by his own dog.
They call my father.
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new Lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Maester. This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Go. Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
Yeah, it will be.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
We can send him to the war.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Make him pay for what he stole. Give us justice.
Fuck him!
I will decide.
Send him to the wall.
Leave the poor man
Take his
alone.
fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me,
You'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
Alright, Snipey. Snipey, what should we do? Okay, not sending him to the wall. That's stupid. We're not gonna do that one. Should we take 3 fingers or show him mercy? What should we do? We're not sending him to the wall. Are you kidding me though? That's stupid. Get that choice out of here. It's really 3 fingers or show him mercy. If I remember correctly, it doesn't really matter. Because of what happens to Ethan at the end. But I was but take the fingers. Okay.
I, Ethan of House Forrester, Lord of Ironwrath, name you a thief.
Kill him!
The price for your crime is 3 of your fingers.
No! Please, my lord! My lord, please! Please, no!
My lord, normally it is the Lord's duty to carry out the sentence. But I am willing to carry it out.
I will carry out the sentence.
This is injustice, my lord!
Chip jump! Keep your hand above your heart. Hand above your heart.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
You can weigh on any lord.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust.
I mean, I know who I'm picking, but you know.
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house.
Who you
your
picking?
Sentinel
Duncan.
will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Duncan is the only option. Mostly because whoever you don't pick betrays you in the end. And it doesn't make sense for Duncan to betray you. It really doesn't. Plus, I personally think he's the best for the job, but you know. Yeah, like Duncan betraying you, it doesn't make sense story-wise. Roland, yes, that he makes complete sense. But Duncan betraying you doesn't make any sense at all. The 3 fingers are still there!
Do it like you mean it.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
Has anything gone missing?
No, doesn't look that way. Seems Eric was the only one to resort to thievery. But I'm still worried about our stores. We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times.
No, there must be something else we can do.
Well, I hope we find
Isn't
it soon.
there
We won't have much
a
room
character
to
named
maneuver if we
Littlefingers?
don't have
Yes.
the option of holding
God, I
fast.
hate him.
I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more. My lord.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Actually, I wanted to ask, why did you send Garrett away?
I did it for your own protection, my lord. Garrett had to go. By sending him away myself, I thought it would keep you blameless in the eyes of the White Hills. I only hope to give you an advantage.
I understand. And you're forgiven.
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Okay, glad we had that conversation. Yo, can I not talk to you? Malcolm!
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, dealing out a harsh punishment, no matter how warranted. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job.
See, that's where you're wrong.
He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
I
We are
trust
at
him.
war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
I actually don't know why Ethan doesn't like Asher.
I need to talk to you.
If I remember, it's just because
Mother
Ethan
told me
Asher.
Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough.
I think it's just
Right
because
now
Asher
I'm
was
more
banned.
concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. The way you punished him. How could you be so cruel? I'm worried about you. What am I supposed to think?
Do you think it's easy? I'm the third-born son. Father never prepared me for this. I'm doing the best I can.
I know you are, Ethan. I know. I know you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you would.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What?
I don't know how.
Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
Definitely be Duncan.
Well,
he's dependable.
Again,
and smart. And
it's been a while since I played, but I do believe he and
You've always
the
given
White
me good advice. Thank
Lord
you.
Whitehill's daughter had a thing. They did have a thing, and I do believe that is why he was kicked out. Alright, we gotta talk to you,
Slash and parry. Sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong. I didn't know dog
So
had
he
an
did
old sword.
sneak into the
Of course,
sex
man.
dungeon, but if I remember
Many
correctly.
decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And, you should know that swinging that blade yourself took stones. It was a man's way of justice.
You wanted to get spanked. I mean, I don't wanna, you know.
Get that sword out.
Alright, where's, I've actually never given him the bracer yet. I've always waited. Yeah, one of these... The next time I do this, I'm gonna do, like, things that I've never done.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord. Why not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
How much do we have to give, Maester?
From here to Wolfswood Creek and then across the next 2 ridges, it should be enough to satisfy Ramsay Snow, I imagine. Bloodlust can often be sated by gifts and gold. My lord,
No, I wanna,
are you now ready to name your
give
sentinel?
the sentinel the bracer now.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
And then probably give it to Royland. Ugh. Even though Duncan's betrayal doesn't make sense. At all.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless. Lord Ethan has made his choice.
I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Now, sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scouts say he's only a day's ride from here.
Uh-oh.
With no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
He doesn't
Handle
scare
Ramsay
me.
Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Yeah, you tell him.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
I have a sleepy puppy with me. We will bargain!
Mr. Ortengrin has swayed me. We will offer the Boltons a share of the ironwood, and we will promise our people to harvest it, thus securing their safety.
As Sentinel and Castellan, I must warn against this. You may do this for some gain now, but in the end, it will starve this house.
If we don't, there may be no House Forrester at all.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
I don't like this. I don't want to be king. Or lord.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
We could offer him the ironwood in the courtyard.
My lord, making this kind of offer outright may simply embolden Ramsay. There could be trouble, and all the house will be there to see it. Meet him in the hall. It will be more private, and he will not have an audience to play against you.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Sit down at once.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall.
And we will offer the ironwood, providing a safe future for this house.
Aww.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it.
Mm-hmm.
He always protected you and your sister.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct.
He's a killer.
Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you. I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Go. Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Mm-hmm. 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 I actually have no idea what this key is. I can't.
Marjorie? Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know. Thank you. Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her.
It's okay.
I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
I mean, there's little you can do, but you know.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
How is Joffrey?
How is King Joffrey, my lady?
Uh-oh.
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
Really, I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help.
Appreciated that.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
It's okay.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I like this guy.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who... People who'd be willing to help you.
And we never know who. We never know who he is working for. I think we can make assumptions. I think it was like assumed that, oh shoot, the Queen of Thorns? Is that Marjorie's mom's
Where's Sir
name?
Royland?
Grandma? I
He
don't
should
know.
be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
We
Plan is a
will
good one.
prevail.
It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Appreciates your confidence.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May
God, I
I
hate
introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the
Thank you,
Warden of
lad.
the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
Lord Ramsay, welcome to Ironrath.
Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
Yeah, look at his eyes.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad.
Not bad.
Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. It seems the Foresters have a talent for something after all.
Lord Ramsay, we have another gift we'd like to offer to you. There are several ironwood groves along the borders of our land, all producing tall, strong trees. We'd like to give them to you in tribute.
To me? That's very kind of you. Thank you. Look at that.
Uh-oh.
More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay.
Oh.
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice.
Yes, we got his attention.
First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say.
We'll bend a knee.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. And I care even less about a bunch of trees on some far-off hill. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
No, Lord Ramsay.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
Lord Whitehill is a liar. That's not how it happened.
Lad? A liar? He's a Whitehill. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
No! The Ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years? Or the next 50 generations?
Okay. Alright, I think we said the right one.
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide.
Yeah.
They'll help maintain the king's peace.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me. You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
You have no right. Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this,
Oh no!
Forrester.
Oh my god, look at his eyes!
You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
She's 14!
Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her
She's
brother.
14!
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Enough, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Here we go!
Let her go!
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
Oh! Too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
Just kill him now.
You can stay.
You protected your
Aren't
sister.
you the brave lord?
Oh no!
What have you done?
But I don't want brave lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your wolf.
No!
Kill him. If they give you any trouble. Lovely meeting all of you.
God, I hate
We'll have to do it
Ramsay.
again sometime.
Somebody help him.
Fetch the mason quickly!
Somebody help him!
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
Let it go!
Stop that! Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Remember Ryan! Do something!
My son.
Oh my god, that my son, and at the end. Wow, that was very peaceful. That was very believable too. See, my favorite part about that is no matter what you do, it's the same ending. Just to show how crazy Ramsay is.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties.
John!
Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged.
And Asher!
Until Ryan is home again. Our house will not fall.
How's your neck? It comes and goes.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Okay, stayed with Bowen. Swore loyalty to the crown. 16% took Eric's fingers. 69.1% chose Duncan. 50% met Ramsay. I've always met Ramsay in the Great Hall. Always. That's good. It'll hurt tomorrow. Or later today. That's how it happens. One of these times I'm going to do the opposite. Yeah, but because some people might be like, oh my goodness, okay, so let's start this all over and let's choose, let's choose Roland as my sentinel, and let's do this and this. Oh wait, we still get this death? He still stabs us in the neck, or throat, mouth? Yes, he does. And why? Because Ramsay is crazy. Crazy, and not the good kind of crazy. No. The I'm going to kill a 14-year-old crazy. I just love how they got the same Matthew Mercer. Oh my goodness! Spider-Man was in this game. The person who voiced Peter Parker is in this game. Yuri. And you. Thanks. Telltale. One of my favorite companies. Alright. This has been The Walking Dead, or The Walking Dead. This has not been The Walking Dead. Telltale, Game of Thrones, Episode 1, Iron from Ice. We'll be back later. Whenever you see this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We'll be back. Peace. Go to bed, Snipey.